Howdy, folks, how are y'all doing? Cub here, and welcome back to another episode of our Tekkit Legends, the final season. This is episode 3, I suppose, I think at least. I'm kind of losing track in my head. I've developed a slight stuffy nose. I'm not sure if it's an allergy or if it is a cold. I'm hoping against colds. I get those quite often because I have a very poor immune system, probably due to the fact that I don't have the best diet, so I don't probably get the nutrition that I need. All of that's aside the point, though. I'm also testing out a new audio setup again, because I'm not really happy with the audio that I've been getting lately. It's a lot of me screaming, and the audio comes out very hollow and ringy and echoey, and I don't like it. So I'm trying to talk a little bit more naturally with a stuffy nose, turning up the volume a bit, not so loud that it's peaky, because that's what kind of started this, is the few episodes I've done recently where I had some audio things very much messed up, and it just sounded like I was screaming the whole time and peaking out the audio. That's not what was happening, I assure you. But I do want to try some new things and see if I can get that nailed down. Now, the reason we're starting down here, we're not doing anything down here, but I wanted to show you guys, some of you may remember in Tekkit Texan, I lost all of my cans of chicken. Well, found them. They've been in here this whole time. I don't know why. I don't know how they got here, but here they are, filled tin cans. We're just, well, I mean, I guess we're gonna leave them. I was gonna say we'll leave them, but I guess we'll take them and we'll move them over here with the other tin cans. Obviously, we don't need those anymore because we have our life stone. Now, fortunately, we've had our diamonds going for a while now, so we've garnered quite a bit of EMC. How so quickly, though, you may ask? Well, it definitely wasn't that one little machine we had going. There's a reason I decided to show this at night. First off, if we just shut this door here and then we delicately fly up here, we've had this guy going for a while now, and it does a pretty good job. I thought, you know what we need? We need to build a second one, and I considered kind of stretching the tower out a bit and adding a second one, but then I thought, you know what? No, we'll build a second tower. We'll make an evil tower to kind of go up against our light one, because we got this beautiful light tower, and it's got the white and the yellow, and I guess kind of I was going for gold when I built it. It looks pretty good, and then we just got this one up here. So this one's got nice, it's supposed to look kind of rounded as you can get in Minecraft, but this one's just got these hard edges and these weird just ladders here for no reason, so you could just climb up here to nothing because there's nothing to do up here. And these points, we just got these pointy ends, so if you fell on them, you'd die. Not really, though. They're just blocks. You can just stand on them. Nothing special going on there with those. And I just wanted to have a second one, and this is the exact same thing. It's fully decked out with level 3 energy collectors and level 3 relays and everything, going down here to an ender chest where we've gotten quite a few diamonds built up over the last few episodes. I might have left this on, you know, while I was getting dinner and, you know, mowing my lawn. Basic things like that. You know, just, you know, it is what it is. Because, yeah, you know, I'd like to have EMC for things. And today's episode is all about that endless sunshine. So we've been suffering with rain and snow and sleet and hail here in Texas. It's only been rain because there's no snow. It was the right season for snow. If it was, though, we'd definitely have a lot because it's been raining a lot. And I thought, you know what? Here in game, if I can't change the weather in real life, I can at least change it in game. So we're going to be looking at 2 devices today, which I covered in Cub's Guide to Project E, but I figured we'd cover them here in this as well because not a whole lot of people have watched that. The Vulcan Id Amulet and the Untitled Amulet. And today we're specifically looking at what they do when placed on a pedestal. If we kind of hover over them, though, you get the idea. Press H to fire a water projectile, acts as an infinite water bucket, right-click to fill tanks and cauldrons. All operations are completely free. This is a great tool, and we really should have built it very early on in the series. I don't know why I didn't. Then we have the Vulcan Id Amulet. Press H to fire a lava projectile, acts as an infinitely full lava bucket. Can you imagine how useful that would have been in this series? I so wish I had built one. But we have that, and then we also have, you right-click to fill tanks. And all operations cost 32 EMC, which isn't that bad. And it will either consume items in your inventory, coal, redstone, glowstone, etc., or take directly from Kleinstar, which, by the way, we've uploaded to a Y since we have the EMC for it. Hopefully we'll have an Omega by the time the final season is all up and done. But what we're really looking at today is what happens when you put these devices on a pedestal. Now, we're going to be building both, because we certainly have the EMC for both. But if you put this one on a pedestal, it will create rain and snowstorms indefinitely. Same goes for the Vulcan Id Amulet. It will stop rain and snowstorms indefinitely, which is what we want, but we'll build both of them. We have to have a pedestal to get that to work. Pedestals are a little over 4.5 million EMC, so you're going to want to have either a very hefty, because we've had more of the EMC than that before, using the big mining setup. So you're either going to want a very hefty mining situation, like we've had in the Nether in the past, or even here in the overworld, or you're going to want to have some power flowers set up, just sucking that sweet EMC out. That is perfect. That is perfect. We need to get this done fast, though, because I wanted to do a demonstration, so that's going to be great. So we need 5 pieces of dark matter block and 4 red matter. So dark matter blocks, we'll get the 5 of those that we needed. All right, and then the 4 redstones. This isn't a complicated recipe at all. Whoop. And then these. Perfect. That'll give us our dark matter pedestal. You might have noticed it's from Project E, so it'll definitely have an EMC value. Thank goodness. And then for these 2 devices, looks like lava, dark matter, and water and dark matter. Good. We can get those things out of here. I think we probably have water buckets. They do not stack, though. That's the big problem with these. Big problem. We've always had that problem. Lava buckets, also good. Get a few stacks of those. And then just the dark matter. And I think it was just, yep, regular dark matter. So dark matter sounds like the rejected name for a Sith Lord. And I'm sorry about the snorting and sniffling. Also, did I not get enough of these? Right, we're going to need 6. All right, my mistake, folks, my mistake. Like I say, I've got something going on with my sinuses. It's definitely impeding my ability to think clearly, and that's going to impede my ability to play clearly. Also, I'm hesitant to talk too loudly because I know that I push the audio gain very high, and I don't want to come off a little. I don't want to be too peaky. Like I'm keeping my eye on the meter. Every so often, I'm going up into the yellows, but I'm not touching the red. And really, all I'm worried about, if I do touch the red once and again, it's not that big a deal. There we go. We got our Vulcan Id Amulet. I just don't want to hang out in the red like we were doing in those previous episodes. And I don't know how I didn't notice. You would think I'd just look up and check, but I didn't. Because I am a fool. Woe, a fool is me. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm not sure, but in my testing when I did this, I think it was H to fire the projectile, that actually ended the rain. And it worked in my testing. I'm not sure what about that worked. Oh, hi there. How are you doing? Well, the rain has stopped, and I'm not sure if I'm the one who did it or what. But I guess what we could do is we can test with the Evertide Amulet to see if we can get to rain again. What's the other buttons you can use here? See? I'm telling you, in my testing, that totally was a thing that happened every single time. As strange as that might sound. One thing we can totally do, though, we can definitely do, is we should probably have built like a special altar for this, someplace like way up high with some pretty cool like shenanigans going on, but it didn't occur to me at the time, so I didn't. Get out of here, you. We'll do it right up here. This looks like a good place. We'll place down our dark matter pedestal, and we will definitely get this back down here. Now, it produces its own light source, but we don't want monsters getting near it, so what we'll do is we'll get an interdiction torch, and probably only need 1. We will set it down here, kind of, maybe underneath the grass so you can't see it. That'll keep monsters away from it, even though they can't do anything to it. Still a good idea, you know, just keep it tucked away. And then to access this thing, I believe you shift-click, shift-right-click, shift-left-click, shift with the item you're holding. Because remember, we should be able to put our life stone on there as well. Maybe you have to use a bare hand. Shift-right-click with your bare hand. Putting this on there should start rain instantly. And endlessly, I should say, as well. It's not, though. You're not... Oh, right, you have to right-click to activate. There we go. Endless rain. Perfect. We can get that out of there now. Put that in there, and then again, right-click. Look at that. Just like that, we have infinite sunshine. Now, it will not, sadly, keep the sun from setting. But there's another device that'll do that. So this will get rid of the rain, but if we want infinite sunshine, we'll have to take a look at another device. And I'm not sure if I want that. I love the rainy nights. I love the rainy nights. I can't think of any of the words to the song because I was going to try to sing it, but I love the rainy nights. Yeah, I love the rainy nights because they make me high. Wait, okay, maybe that's not an appropriate song for children. now that I think about it. Okay, well, folks, that pretty much does it. I'm going to go blow my nose, and I will see y'all in the next episode of Tekkit Legends, where hopefully my nasal passages will be cleared. Until then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye! Carpenter... What's happening right now? Carpenter's safe. Underneath there? Oh my... Oh, no! Oh no! Oh!